righty.
I'm getting too
How
hot
you
in
want
this
to do
hoodie.
this, Mal?
Oof.
You want me to go first? Winners first?
You go first, Earl. Winners
All
winners take the licks.
Okay, all righty. All right. The Dallas Cowboys won overtime thriller down to the last couple of numbers. Game-winning field goal. Won 40-37. Where can I start with this game? By far from what Mal's been saying, is one of those divisional instant classics. One of the most best matchups we've seen in a while, where I saw this as a trap game. I was to the point where I thought they were hyping up everything. They were hyping up everything with Dak Prescott when he got into the league, lost to the Giants twice, and after that he hasn't lost against them since. He put that in the media. And then on top of that, the last time the Giants won in Dallas was back, I think, 9 years ago. And from that one, he put that in the air as well. One thing that I know, I'll never underestimate the Giants. I've seen this team go from a wild card team and win the chip. They're dangerous. Mm-hmm. And whatever type of info that you put on them, they're going to come out swinging. And honestly, the Giants pretty much gave the Cowboys the game because of all them penalties at the beginning. And to the point right off the back, like, they hit the ground running as a team should. They were ready. They were ready to pull up an upset in Arlington. And for that, I'm just to the point, Dallas, you need to stop with your slow starts. Eberflus, what's going on? Let me get into what is wrong, though. But Mal, GG's. It was a really fun game to watch. And at the same time, I have a lot to get off my chest. There's going to be part 2 because I have my barbershop talk for the next matchup. But some things
before
that
you
went
continue
wrong.
on, Earl, real quick, I just want to say, GG's,
proceed.
We spoke about this before while the game was happening. Awesome matchup. Classic divisional, classic Giants Cowboys matchup, like a good one to see for a really long time. So I'm very glad of how this game went. Not happy in my favor for the result. However, fantastic game. Would watch it again, have watched it again. Earl, continue.
I watched it about 3 times already because I needed to watch film. I couldn't get the all 22 because the league is very stingy. So I had to watch
good game. And I'll go into my Cowboys flowers, but we'll continue on. Go ahead, Earl.
Okay. I'm going to go into a situation where I never thought I would see the day. The secondary. Basically, the secondary gave up too many big plays. And it was right off the jump. Now, in playing football, I've played safety, I've played linebacker. So I know a thing or two on what I need to do, especially on the defense, especially on the safety side, where if you see everything as a whole, that means you'll be able to see what's going on. You play so far back that you're basically the quarterback of the defense. Some may say the linebacker, yeah, you might be right. But if you know what you're doing in the back end, you are the true quarterback because you see everything. Donovan Wilson. You sold Trayvon Diggs out in this game. Not once, not twice. 3 times you sold him out. If y'all go back and look at the first touchdown to Malik Neighbors, they were playing in like a cover 2, cover 4. Diggs was covering the flats. So whatever he was going to release outside of that, pushing Neighbors to the inside, safety coverage. Wilson had that situation. But instead, this dude decides to be looking at Russell Wilson the entire time, and Neighbors pretty much runs a streak to the end zone touchdown, where that should have been a coverage on the safety's part. It was just a problem with what Donovan Wilson was doing in this game, where he was not locked in on what he was capable of doing. And maybe, just maybe, that's on Eberflus as well, because I'm going to get to Eberflus as well, because this made no sense. You allow the secondary Eberflus to give up 450 yards and 3 touchdowns. to a quarterback that's 36 years old. I don't know if he summoned voodoo or whatever it was to go out there and throw the ball, the deep ball, and that's his strong suit, and connect for 450 yards. Eberflus, you got to fix this. If that means you got to allow Wanya Thomas to take over for Wilson, Wilson needs to be benched from this performance, but also need to watch this tape and realize he cannot do that again. Because not only what you just did, you put bad film for the opposition to see who to attack. The safeties are a major problem. Malik Hooker, too. I'm about done with these boys. I need to see Marquise Bell and Wanya Thomas out there. Younger, faster safeties who can cover the field, can also hit, too. I'm just tired of seeing this veteran presence at the safety room where it seems so vanilla, it seems stale. They're past their prime. I'm sick of it. And even for Wilson, he's better in the box. He's basically a linebacker for the most part. They call him Hitman Wilson. Not cover man Wilson. Like, that's not his strong suit. So Eberflus, why did you have him playing that spot where you had Wanya Thomas, who was basically a free safety that can do it all? It makes no sense. I'm tired of seeing these veteran safeties not being able to make plays on the back end and keep getting cooked game by game. I've seen this the last 3 seasons. It's ridiculous. Like, you got to make a change to that. Eberflus, you got it. Hold on. Not only on top of that, why didn't I see Maris out there? You got Sanborn out here with brick feet that can't move around or do anything in coverage to cover the tight end. I need to see the younger guys out there. I need to see speed. Where is my speed on defense? I'm tired of this veteran old heads. In all respect to you guys, if you can't run anymore, sit on the bench. Let the young guys get the tick. It makes no sense. I'm tired of it. I know this defense is younger than what it needs to be, but they need to be flat out flying, being more physical in what you need to do. I need to see Mozzie out there. I need to see Maris out there. I need to see Wanya Thomas and Marquise Bell. And then on top of that, so much of you fans are putting so much pressure on Diggs, where you realize that Diggs was on a pitch count in week 1. He only had 20 to 25 snaps. And you expect him to play the whole game after just being on a pitch count? Dude is still healing. He's recovering. But credit to the receivers for taking advantage of just the blown coverage. They pretty much exploited a cover 2, a cover 3, and a cover 4, and maybe even a cover 6 in this game. Eberflus, you got to clean it up. You got to get these young guys out there. It's time. Another thing that went wrong was, where's my lightning? I see Thunder out there doing this thing. I need lightning. Miles Sanders isn't lightning. Where's Jadon Blue? What's going on? I'm in the point I need y'all to trade for RB1. I understand what Williams is doing, but we need that true RB1 to get that 1-2 punch. Make it happen, Jerry. Another thing that went wrong, I'm just sick and tired of you Cowboy beat reporters and media people. It makes no sense that you devalue the running back room where that pretty much basically, I don't think you guys are really Cowboy fans, especially with what you do, because you don't know the true value of how the Dallas Cowboys got 5 rings. It was on the value of a running back. You disvalue Tony Dorsett. You disvalue Emmitt Smith. And even Zeke. You took away his gift. You took away his ability to run because you wanted to have a pass project to go with this team that has been disproven. Y'all are pathetic. You make me sick. What went good in this game? Dak Prescott. The more and more that I see Dak continue to evolve his game, he shows that, look, he's still that guy when you get him what he needs. And with having a solid run game this week, as well as being able to get CeeDee Lamb back on track with making plays, going over 100, and also getting Pickens into the mix as well with a touchdown. You're seeing what Dak Prescott can do. He seems healthier. He's moving around better than I've seen him in the last couple of years. And I think this is a man on a mission. Javonte Williams, hats off to you, dude. You basically are continuing to build your resume as a runner, but you definitely need a lightning to go with your ability. Javonte Williams he ran the ball 18 times for 97 yards and a touchdown. I'll take that. I'm cool with that. The more and more I see him run, the more and more I saw that he wore that defense out. Now, I understand my offensive line was going through it, handling those four guys in the front, but the more and more the game went on, the more and more I saw wear and tear on those guys. And Javonte Williams was softening them up. And the more and more that pressure started to diminish, the more and more Dak Prescott had time. So hats off to you guys, offensive line. Y'all did your thing. But we also got a couple of injuries that I'm going to point across. Cooper Beebe has a high ankle sprain. He's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. So Brock Hoffman is getting reps at center. So Dallas, get as much rep as you can with Hoffman. Get him ready because we need him for this stretch. And Cooper Beebe, continue to heal up, man. We're going to need you down the stretch. Kevontae Turpin, he basically had a neck injury, but come to find out he didn't have any damage to that. So it's a possibility that he'll play in the Bears game. But just heal up, Turpin. And my player of the game, Brandon Aubrey. When there's a guy you need to get the points, he delivers. Automatic Aubrey, aka Brandon Butters Aubrey.
I don't think I've
paid
ever.
A man.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever seen a defense have to change their game plan because of a kicker, but Brandon Aubrey is that guy.
He is him.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is him.
Yep. All you gotta do is go 20 yards and you're in his range.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just happy. I'm gonna say this one thing. I think one of the best things that Dallas still have left, and I want to give this credit to Mike McCarthy. This was his idea to bring this guy in, and he's working out and paying off heavily. So salute to you, Mike McCarthy, for bringing Brandon Aubrey to the Cowboys. I digress.
All right. I'll be short and sweet. So I said this before. I think that this was one of the best Giants-Cowboys matchups we've had in a while. Russell Wilson looked fantastic. Malik Neighbors, fantastic. 167 yards, 2 touchdowns for Malik Neighbors. And Russell Wilson, 450 yards. It just hurts that game was not a win for us. I mean, that was a big game for us when it came to culture, when it came to changing how everything went down, but it did not happen. However, Cam Scattaboo, his first touchdown as a rookie. A lot of things happened. A lot of things happened this game that pointed to the Giants turning the corner, and it did not. There was a lot of bad with the defense. There was a lot of good with the offense. In the end, I don't even know what to say, guys, because this was one of those games where I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. And I have no answers, no results. But they did it. They did have results. That offense changed. There was effort, which I said last week. That was what I wanted. However, the wins do not translate. That is a win we needed to take to go on and move to the next step. We did not get it. The culture of the team is trash. So who knows where we move from here? And we have the Chiefs next week. And you know what? The Chiefs don't look good, but it's our home opener. The Chiefs are 0-2. They need a get-right game. We could very well be that. It's just so exhausting doing this over and over again. Every week, seeing results from one side and not the other. All I'll say is, next week, there needs to be a conversation about Shane Bowen, and we'll have it. I want to have it right now, but I'm going to let it play out one more week before we
the
continue
poll
on this
question
conversation.
kind of answered your question.
And we will get to that.
Mm-hmm.
We will get to that. But I don't want to speak too much on. I want to give the flowers to Malik Neighbors, Wandale Robinson, Russell Wilson, Brian Burns. Y'all deserve your flowers. You showed out this week. You wanted to win. I love that. However, we did not get the result we wanted to, but let's move forward. And Maurice, let's go into your game.
Well, before that,
hold up. I was about to say, let us talk about it for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Maurice, you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, first of all, I don't want to see that offensive lineman Hudson ever start a game for you guys ever.
Until he fixes
and you know what?
temper.
You know what? I forgot to mention this. Marcus Bowe, I owe you your flowers. I owe you your flowers. My rookie 4th round tackle should have been starting since day one. But you know what? The coaching is really bad right now, guys. Like, very bad. I think that, and I don't want to get into a huge debate about it, but I think you guys agree with me. This whole staff has to be axed.
Yeah, so let's I'm just going to say this. I think that the roster itself, I think that Joe Shane has done enough to save his job just based off the roster and the talent. If this continues, I look. No. Hear me out.
You know what? I do understand Lucas's side, but I agree with y'all. But let him say his piece.
He has drafted some interesting characters. He got Malik Neighbors. He got Cam Scadaboo, who is already, who looks like. And by the way, Matt, I don't know if is Cam RB1 now, or is it still Tyrone Tracy?
More to come.
Gotcha. Okay.
More to come.
It's a 1-2 combo for sure.
Wandale, he was a Shane draft, right? He's finally developed, right? So kudos to him. And then you got some other guys. You got Abdul Carter. Drew Phillips is looking like a solid, guy, right? Bobby Okereke, was he one of Shane's guys?
Bobby Okereke looks awful this year.
Oh, I'm just seeing the stats.
Our linebacker room looks really bad this year.
Okay.
Just saying.
Oh, throw in Theo Johnson as well.
Theo Johnson, yeah, he hasn't done enough yet this season. I'm about to drop him in fantasy, but that's not even the point.
Give him time.
There are better options in fantasy football, but that's not even the point right now.
If you say so.
But I will say, look, this game had me on the edge of my seat. I wasn't even watching it. I was just following the game cast on ESPN.
I know.
I was watching.
I will say this. Russell played a great game. The question is, like Earl said, can he continue? We'll see.
Can he sustain that going forward? But that was a vintage Russell Wilson game.
Yes, it was. That's all I'm saying. Like, that was so good. That watching that offense, like, gave me life, guys.
Did the interception ruin it for you? Did the interception?
No. Watching Malik, yes, obviously in the moment it did. But watching Malik score that late 20-second left, we should have won that game. That's on Shane Bowen. However, you don't allow, and I'm going to say this, guys. I'm going to say this one thing, okay? Because this is one thing that's been bothering me. Brian Dable and Shane Bowen use this term execution. Execution was not executed right. Okay, listen. On a team,
whose job is to teach execution.
Hold on. If you had a team that played flawlessly, no player did any wrong, execution would always be perfect, right?
Yeah.
But that's not where we're at. That's not where we're at. No player is always going to execute perfectly. Not every player is going to be perfect. Brian Dable and Shane Bowen use that excuse 24/7. In the end, if you're not going to execute perfectly according to their eyes, that's how games go wrong. This is not a perfect world. We have to adjust, and they are not adjusting.
Yeah.
So therefore, coaching is...
Coaching
That's all
is
I
the
have
biggest,
to say.
Yeah.
All I have to say.